hello to everyone all around the world. What a day it is to be alive, a day of blessings, a day of opportunity. We are just 2 days away from the start of the new year. And today, I am so excited to be able to bring you part three of the Empowerment 365 New Year Preparation Series. That's right, part three. Let us recap here briefly. Remember, just 2 days ago, we spoke about how, in order to prepare for the new year, in order for us to capitalize off of the greatness of what the new year will bring and what it has to offer, that it first starts with the decision. The decision to want to do, the decision to confront your greatness and say that in all of my given energy and effort, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to accomplish. This is what I wish to achieve. This is what I desire to be. This is the outcome that I see myself getting to. It starts with the decision. I talked about how that decision, and I referred to that decision as being the decision of greatness, the decision for greatness, the decision to be able to share that greatness with the rest of the world. I ask you once again, have you made that decision? That decision of greatness is a part of you. That decision of greatness is a part of the greatness that is of you. You start off the New Year preparation series with making the actual decision. I talked very briefly on yesterday how that decision of greatness needs to also be complemented by what? The plan of greatness. Now that you have actually wholeheartedly stood by the actual decision, now you go so far as to develop the actual plan of greatness. That decision of greatness is to be complemented by the plan of greatness. I talked about how the decision itself is nothing more than an abstract thought. It's easy for us to visualize. It's easy for us to imagine. It's easy for us to think ourselves great. But now we have to go through the process of developing the actual plan that will allow us to achieve that final end result. That decision to want, that decision to do, that decision to be, that decision to become is now complemented by an equally as important plan of greatness. So that's what part one was about. The decision. Part two was about the plan. Today, we're going to talk about part three, which is what you will need in order to see that plan unto completion. That's what we will talk about on today. The plan of greatness, the decision of greatness must also be complemented by the mindset of greatness. I'll say that again. The decision of greatness and the plan of greatness must also be complemented by the mindset of greatness. I want you to take for a brief moment. Think back to just 2 days ago. I want you to look back at that very decision that you made. I want you to look at yesterday and look at the details of the plan that you wrote out on yesterday. I want you to think back to both that decision and that plan and ask yourself the question, how confident are you? Once again, look back at that decision, look back at that plan, and ask yourself the question, how confident are you that you have what it takes to see that plan until the end? How confident are you to know and to believe that you have what it takes? Some of you may be, once again, a bit nervous. You may look at that plan. You may even look at that decision and you say, you know what? This is a big decision. This is a huge decision. This is bigger than anything that I have ever sought out to achieve. This is bigger than any plan that I have ever written out. This is a thing of greatness. Do I have what it takes? That's what the mindset is all about. Being able to confidently know that in spite of everything that can and will arise, that you, because you are greatness, you have exactly what it takes to see that plan through. All the way through until the very end. The mindset is all about remaining motivated, remaining determined, remaining inspired, remaining disciplined in order for you to accomplish that decision that you have set out to do. It is all about remaining determined and motivated and inspired and disciplined enough in order to see that plan all the way through to fruition. The mindset. It is all about conquering the different types of attitudes and the different types of perspectives and the different types of perceptions that may arise throughout your plan for the new year. Understand that sometimes you may want to convince yourself, well, maybe this wasn't the right decision. Maybe this isn't the right time for the plan. Maybe I don't have what it takes. Maybe I need to wait until the resources come along. No, I am here to let you know that we have to be able to defeat and destroy every and any ounce of negativity that can and will arise in your mind. Understand that the mind itself, it is a playground. It is like a battlefield. On that battlefield stands a champion. That champion is you. I'll say that again. Our minds, your mind, it is a playground, a battlefield. And on that battlefield, on that playground, stands a champion, a warrior. And that champion and that warrior is you. That warrior, that champion stands in the middle of that battlefield, wanting to get the mission done, wanting to complete the mission, as a matter of fact, wanting to actually rise above and see it through until the end. That champion wants to be able to come out as the victor. So you cannot go about defeating yourself in your mind. Go about convincing yourself that you can't, that you won't, that you don't have what it takes, that you don't have the right resources, that you don't have the right support. No, you have what it takes because you are greatness. So we have to be able to destroy. We have to be able to deactivate and destroy completely every negative perspective and every negative perception that you may have of yourself, that you may have of your greatness. I'll say this once again. I have said it numerous times before. You are unlimited because you are greatness. And if you have written out the plan, if you have made the decision, guess what? There is no limitation to where you can go. You have to know and believe that deep down within yourself. It's going to take a little bit more than me even telling you. It's going to take you being able to confront yourself, you being able to tell yourself on a consistent daily basis. It's going to be able to take you telling yourself and giving yourself that positive affirmation on a daily basis. It's going to take you knowing and believing deep down that you do have what it takes, that you do have the disciplined mindset to make sure that this plan becomes a manifested reality. Know and understand that as far as that mindset is concerned, the first and only person that truly can defeat you is you. I have already stated that you are a champion. I want you to take for a brief moment at some point today and look in the mirror. As you look in the mirror, you are looking in the eyes of a champion. You are looking at the reflection of a champion. I'm here to let you know that the only person, the only type of individual that has what it takes to defeat a champion is that of another champion. I'll say that again. The only person that has what it takes to defeat that of a champion is that of another champion. So when you look in the mirror, you are looking at that same champion, you yourself, that has what it takes to also defeat you. But you're also looking into the eyes and the reflection of that champion that has what it takes to conquer everything that he or she sets out to do. So here today, as you think about the mindset, as you think back to that decision and you think back to that plan that you have written down, I want you to be able to activate the very mindset of greatness that you will need in order to capitalize on the greatness and the opportunity that the new year will thus bring. I want you to be able to activate the idea that you can and that you will. I want you to be able to activate the warrior's mentality. What is that exactly? That's the idea that you won't be defeated. That's the idea that you will refuse to quit. That's the idea that you will make it to the finish line. Remember the warrior's ethos. For those of you that have a military background, you may have heard of the warrior's ethos, that you will refuse to quit, that you will always fight, that you will never accept defeat, that you will always place the mission first. And by that mission, I mean that you will always place that decision of greatness and you will place that plan of greatness first and foremost. You will get to the finish line. As a matter of fact, because you are a champion of greatness, guess what? You have the opportunity to win the race before the race even begins. I'll say that again. Because you are a champion of greatness, you have what it takes right now in this very moment. Before the new year begins, you have what it takes to finish the race, to complete the race, to win the race before the race even begins. I leave you with this nugget of wisdom. You have already made the decision of greatness. You have already constructed and developed the plan of greatness. Now allow your very mindset to be encaptured in that very same greatness. Allow that decision of greatness, allow that plan of greatness to be complemented by the mindset of greatness, the mindset that you can and that you will. Thank you so much for watching.